way of protecting is to attack other people out of insecurity. So people who appear to be very macho, very aggressive, are actually riddled with all kinds of insecurities. He's actually very insecure. I'm not going to fall for his bullying tactics.
So I was working on a video called The Humiliation of Bradley Martyn. And somewhere along making the video, I changed my mind. You know, I just came to the realization that I feel sorry and I just feel sad for Bradley Martyn. And I don't feel sad for Bradley Martyn because of, you know, he's a stupid steroid head. Not because he tries to convince other guys that are not on steroids to take steroids.
We're on a training topic. Would you ever take steroids?
No, bro.
No?
I mean, not like nobody's taking. I just wouldn't.
Never?
So the guy told him no. He's like, no, bro. And insecure head Bradley Martyn he's like, never? Yes, dude, never. Because steroid is bad for the brain, gives you brain problems, tiny testicles. And it's just to, you know, to fulfill your own ego, your own insecure ego.
Why?
I was just curious. I'm not like selling you anything, I'm just like curious.
Are you selling me steroids?
I'm not telling you anything, I'm curious if you would ever do it.
You are very, very curious. Weirdly curious about that, honestly.
No, I probably would never take steroids.
Smart. Way too young for that, to be honest.
He said, smart. Way too young for that, to be honest. I mean, dude, at any age, you should never take steroids. 1, it gives you brain problems. 2, it messes with your reproductive system. 3, you should just be secure of who you are without having to be crazy big. You know, you literally have muscles for no reason. You're just strong for no reason, basically, just to fill your own insecure ego.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're way too
young. I know, too young.
I love how Salim, he's like, I know, right? Right, way too young. He just doesn't see it. Yeah, I think he's blinded by the steroid use. And you know, look at this man. If you notice something about Bradley Martyn, he never appears on camera without a hat. And we're gonna get to that.
I think I'm gonna take it.
No, you shouldn't. 100%.
Is that guy?
Maybe.
He is the guy. So, you know, I didn't feel bad because of Steroid Martyn thoughts on steroids and the effects it causes. And here I have a clip of attention whore Sarah Safari, you know, asking Bradley Martyn about, do steroids shrink your dick?
Do steroids shrink your, like...
Your vein? Oh, your balls though, for sure.
Your balls?
Yeah.
How much would you say is recovery?
He says it in a jokely manner just to make it okay. Make it sound like it's some okay thing that you have tiny testicles because you take steroids and that's okay. Like, no, Bradley, you know, it's not okay to have tiny testicles. You probably can't even reproduce. And you know, the only reason you do this is for your own ego, because you're so insecure that you couldn't stand the fact to be just a regular sized guy.
I think I can say this actually truthfully. It makes your probably bigger because of blood flow.
You're encouraging people to take steroids.
He said makes your dick probably bigger because of blood flow. It doesn't. And actually here it says, men may experience testicle and penis shrinkage, reduced sperm count, erectile dysfunction, or impotence. So yeah, dude, steroids cause brain damage, they make you stupid, they shrink your testicles, they shrink your dick, you can't get it up, so there is no blood flow, Bradley. You know, the only benefit steroid has is to boost your own ego with a false sense of confidence. But even that's not the reason why I felt like changing my mind about making a video titled The Humiliation of Bradley Martyn. That's not it. Not even this, you know, him slapping a kid just because the kid was joking around and took his hat off his head.
On you.
This weak ass
Oh, I can hear it.
Here we have the two kids, and you know, Bradley started playing this music at his gym. I think this is Bradley's gym, Steroid gym. And the kid gets offended for some reason. He doesn't like this music being played. I don't know why. So he takes his hat, and here you can see 60-year-old Bradley Martyn. So he went from 40 years old with a hat on to 60 years old without a hat. You can see why Bradley Martyn is always wearing a hat right here. Just take a look at his hairline. You know, he has the Prince of All Saiyans hairline. This is why Bradley takes steroids, just because he's losing his hair. And probably other, insecurities that I don't know. He probably has a small dick. Well, he does have a small dick. Anyway, Bradley Steroid Martyn gets really offended about this kid taking his hat off, and look at what he does next. Oh boy, was that necessary? Damn, you gotta be really insecure if you were willing to go that far to do that, just because somebody took your hat off your head.
Oh shit. Oh, I didn't know that was bad. My bad, like actually. No, actually. Put the camera up.
So that was kind of bad in Bradley Martyn's case. It's hard to defend, really. What really caused me to change my mind about making a humiliation of Bradley Steroid Martyn's video was him opening up about his hat wearing insecurity.
A rare glimpse of Bradley's hair in his content throughout the years, you can see that there has been some recession and some thinning out. Other than some clips in the early days of his content, now the only glimpse you get is in times when he's fighting and his hat falls off. And it's always followed by a quick scramble to get that hat back on.
Super self-conscious of it. I'll be honest, it was insecure about it. But I don't know why I let it go on for so long. No matter what I was doing, I felt like I couldn't leave the house without that.
That right there caused me to change my mind about making a video. And just the honesty of him saying that kind of just made me feel really bad about him, and kind of make me feel like a bully for doing that. That takes a lot of guts to admit that, especially in camera, especially being Bradley Steroid Martyn with a tiny dick, tiny testicles, stupid brain. And it must have taken a lot for him to publicly admit that. And just take a look at his face while he's saying it. I just feel bad about him. I just feel sorry for him, really. And I want to title this video In Defense of Bradley Steroid Martyn. Bradley Steroid Martyn, he's insecure, so he actually wants to be better about it, feel better about it, so he takes steroids. He doesn't care what the consequences of that is. He just does it because it makes him feel better. And he doesn't care what anybody says. Everybody's just hating on him because of that, and he's still doing his thing. And that's pretty good. That's pretty, that shows confidence, really. And I know Bradley gets a lot of hate for, almost all of his guests. He asks them if they would take him in a street fight. I know he gets a lot of hate because of that.
And Bradley's been expressing a lot of these qualities we heard, talking about him being 260, often challenging a lot of his guests and a lot of other people online to street fights.
Huh? You think you beat me in a street fight? You're way bigger than you, right? Like, yeah, you say you weigh 260. 260. I would beat the guy in the street. No, I would kill you.
Now that most recently led to calling out Logan Paul for something of a fight.
I'm pretty sure if Bradley didn't ask that to guests, people would get mad. So people get mad if he asks that to his guests too. So you can't really win when you put yourself in Bradley Steroid Martyn's situation. To go back to this video, this kid right here, in defense of Bradley Martyn, this kid looks extremely annoying. He reminds me of Jack Doherty. He just looks like the typical annoying ass overstepping boundary and ass kid that you can possibly imagine. And then you have his nerdy friend over here who's here to back him up in any stupid thing he does. He probably laughs at all his jokes too. And then he goes and takes away Bradley Martyn's hat.
That's just funny. That's just funny.
Here we have him. That's just funny. That's just funny, like he's some sort of tough guy. And that just makes him even more annoying. Just the way he's looking at Bradley Martyn, like he's gonna put some fear into Bradley Steroid Martyn's heart. Now look at what he does. He takes Bradley Martyn's hat in the most disrespectful way you can do so. Now Bradley, being the insecure man he is, self-admittedly, which that took a lot of balls, You know, well, he has tiny balls, but still took some kind of balls. Oh man. You know, when you change your perspective on the way you view things, everything changes. This kid deserved to be slapped. I'm glad he got slapped, honestly. And I don't wish that on anybody, to be publicly humiliated like that. But yeah, this kid is extremely annoying. I've seen the type of kid, you know, in real life, and I just wanted to smack him too.
Damn,
Look at his face, the true face of humiliation right here.
oh, I didn't know that was bad. My bad, bro. Like, actually, no, actually.
I'm glad Bradley Martyn did that, honestly. This video is going to be titled In Defense of Bradley Martyn. Just because I found myself having to do a turnaround while making a video called The Humiliation of Bradley Martyn. Just because of the guts and the percentage of Bradley Martyn's tiny balls that it took to make a video or share his insecurity with the world. You know, it must have taken a lot out of him to do that. And for that, I have a lot of respect for Bradley Martyn, really. And I'm excited to see where Bradley's career is going to take him next. Bradley Martyn, keep doing what you're doing. Keep taking steroids. Keep doing, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. Whatever it is that makes you feel better. Because that's what someone with confidence does. Doesn't care what anybody says. They just do what they want to do because it makes them feel good.